Hello everyone, it's Raven with Twisted Sisters Mojo, and we are back with another tutorial. Today the tutorial is going to be on basic crystals. What are good crystals to start with? We get asked that question all the time here at the Moon. And the ones I'm going to show you today are just the really bare minimum basic that you can get. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of different stones that you can get. But these are a good starting point. And what we're going to start out with is one of the best for protection. And this is hematite. Hematite is a good stone for absorbing negativity. Worn as a ring, it will absorb the negativity, and then when it has all it can, it'll break. You can cleanse these every night to help stop that from happening, but it's also good for repelling negativity, and this is an all-around good protection stone to have. So I always recommend you get a piece of hematite. Now, the next one we will go over is fluorite. Fluorite is a beautiful piece. It comes anywhere from purple to Caribbean blue. And fluorite is good for any kind of magical workings. It's good for psychic awareness. It's good for dreams. It's good for meditation and for calming. It's also really good for tapping into your artistic abilities. So fluorite is a really good one to have. Now, we also have amethyst. Now, sometimes people confuse amethyst and fluorite together because they both have purple. Amethyst has very different meanings from that. Amethyst is good for creativity. It's good for dreams and protecting yourself from nightmares. It's good to put in a child's room or under their bed somewhere, and they do come in round stones like this too, to help protect them from night terrors and bad dreams. It's good for healing and for calming. It's good for emotions and opening your third eye. One of the next stones we're going to start out with is labradorite. Labradorite is a beautiful stone. It's got shimmers and dusks in it, and it just makes a wonderful piece. Labradorite is good for your psychic abilities, for opening your third eye. It's good for creativity. It's good for intuition, to help you learn how to follow your gut or your intuition or what your mind's eye is saying. It's also a very good calming and healing stone. So if you're having relationship problems or just need to convalesce, labradorite is the perfect stone for that. Now, this beautiful pink one is rose quartz. Rose quartz is good for self-love. If you're having issues with liking or loving yourself, carrying a piece of rose quartz around with you, tuck it in your bra or your pocket. It helps produce feelings of self-acceptance and self-love. This is also a good stone to do if you're doing love magic to help promote relationships. Now, tiger's eye. There's several different types of tiger's eye, and we've got regular tiger's eye and red tiger's eye. There's green tiger's eye and blue tiger's eye. The thing with the tiger's eye is it has kind of like the cat's eye, what would you call that, shine to it.
Flash.
Yeah, flash. Flash is a good one. But tiger's eye is good when you need to pull up feelings from deep down. The red is good for dealing with anger issues. It's also good when you need to communicate your feelings and your anger with someone. And it also helps if you have an overabundance of anger to help absorb that from you. Now, the yellow tiger's eye is really good for communication, for public speaking, for planning rituals, anything that has to do with you needing to be able to communicate. Helps open the roads of communication if you're having trouble talking with someone. Now, one of the very most basic stones you can get, and really this is a catch-all stone, and this is just basic clear quartz. Clear quartz is good for everything. It is just one of those stones that you can put any kind of energy into it. In and of itself, it's a great energy booster. Protects against negativity, helps boost your magical workings, and it's just an all-around good stone to have. When you can get them really, really clear, or this one's kind of cloudy, but it doesn't matter. I mean, people really like the clear ones to see through it because you can use it as a scrying stone, but it doesn't matter how cloudy or clear it is in this sense. Now, a stone for amplification would be selenite. Selenite's a wonderful stone. It's made, it's what I believe fiber optics come from. And selenite boosts anything that you're doing. If you want to boost your protection, you put it with hematite. If you want to boost self-love and relationships, you would put it with rose quartz. A lot of women use this in labor on their birthing altars to help really amplify the process and get it to go faster. But it's good with whatever you put it in, and you can just carry it on its own just to help boost you in your normal state. Pyrite or fool's gold. This is good for money issues. It's good for new business ventures, when you're trying to make some extra money, when you want to do money spells. But by the same token, because it is called fool's gold, this is a good stone if you're doing magic to kind of trick somebody or fool them. Pyrite is awesome for that. Now, we also have moonstone and sunstone. Both of them, one of them has the power of the sun, the other, you guessed it, the moon. Sunstone is really good for calming. It's a good stone for children that are a little hyperactive. It helps focus and calm them down. It's like the Ritalin of stones. It's also if you're in a hyper state or you're having some major issues that are just kind of driving you nuts. Sunstone will help calm you down from that issue. Now, moonstone is good for using the power of the moon. It's good for psychic ventures. It's good for opening your third eye. It's good for dreams. It's great for meditation. It's great for calming and for sleep. It's just really an all-around good stone. Now, this is a rainbow moonstone. Usually they come in kind of opaque like this. This is not moonstone. It doesn't matter what kind. Moonstone is moonstone, and it comes anywhere from sort of an opaque clear to almost a green color, almost like jade, which leads me to jade. Jade is an awesome stone for dealing with the ancestors. It's good for longevity. It's good for creation. If you want to communicate with your ancestors or have an ancestor altar, jade is the perfect stone to put on it. Now, bloodstone. Bloodstone is actually, this one's got a lot of red in it. A lot of times they're green, and you might have one or two little spots of red because it just looks like there's blood on the stone. Bloodstone is good for dealing with women's issues. It's good for helping regulate your cycle. It's good for any kind of feminine mysteries. It's good for healing and for convalescing if you're ill. If you're going to have surgery, bloodstone is a good stone to take with you to help not only absorb a little of the pain, but just to help you get better faster. Now, let's see, where are we? Okay, black tourmaline. The two stones that are really good for protection, one we've already talked about, which is hematite. The other one, which works a little bit better than hematite, is called black tourmaline. And this is a pretty stone that has, it actually is sort of like the, what's this one? Not sodalite.
Selenite.
Selenite, thank you. This is kind of like selenite, and it breaks off easy and comes in strips. But this is really good for protecting against hardcore negativity. You can take this to work if you're having problems on the job, put it in your work drawer or put it on your desk. No one will ever know what it is, and it helps you ward the negativity off of you so you can get on with your day. Now, let's see what else we have here. We've got, okay, this is a stone called moss agate. And all the agates usually help with the same thing. There are so many different kinds of agates. Moss agate is a good purifier. It's good for, like the bloodstone, it's good for if you have surgery or you're sick. It helps you convalesce. It's good for grounding and stability. Put that with hematite, and I mean, it's extremely stable. This can help stable money issues. Using it with pyrite, if you spend a lot of money, you're not really good with it, this will help you kind of get your money issues in order. Now this is called fire quartz. I don't know if you can really see, but there are like red streaks and bumps inside of a fire quartz. And this is used for anything that you need the element of fire to be involved in. It helps you get through things. It helps you work at a fast pace. It's good for boosting and amplifying your spells. It's just anything that you would use the element of fire for, you can use with this stone. Now, lapis, we sell a lot of lapis. Lapis is good for fixing broken money issues. So if you're having monetary problems, you need a job, you need a raise, you want to ask for a raise, this is good for getting that. It also works with communication, so putting this with tiger's eye really helps boost your communication. Another one, a really good magical stone, this is blue kyanite. Blue kyanite is great for emotions. It's great for magical workings. It's good for, it's a physical healer. It's a mental and psychic healer. And it's really good if you're trying to heal broken relationships. This with rose quartz works wonderfully. And I believe I have, I believe I have covered all the stones that we have today. Like I said, this is just a drop in the bucket. There are so many thousands of stones that you can get, but some of the basic ones that any magical person would have would be these. And again, start out with something simple, just basic clear quartz, and you can't go wrong. Now, for taking care of your stones and blessing them, you can do that with oil. You can put them in the sunlight to charge them. You can put them in the moonlight to charge them. It's not always good to put a stone in water. Some stones are calcites, actually kind of slough off, and you wouldn't want to put them in water because they'll end up disappearing. But you can put these in the moonlight, the full moon. If you want to bury them in a little sack overnight under a full moon, that would help absorb all negativity and clear them out. And you can keep these and use these for years and years and years. They're certainly never going to go anywhere, and you can end up passing them down. But stones are a good way to do magical workings, and I really recommend you get some of these basic ones. This has been Raven with Twisted Sisters Mojo. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and we're this close to being able to go live. I'll see you again.